how difficult, I guess let me put it this way, like, describe for me what the Houston Texans defensive line experience is like for someone who's going to work up front against them on Thursday.
Yeah, they're a great front up front. Their whole defense is great. They do a great job just moving the pocket. You see a lot of them. They just head down, just moving the offensive line. Not many teams use their hands like we do, so I think that's a little bit of advantage to us. Like, we get on them before they get on us. And then in the pass game, they do a great job inside, just collapsing the pocket and let the DNs go one-on-one. And they've had a lot of success doing that this year.
Is it a different prep when you know a D-line is going to be so adept and so determined to just shove everybody back as opposed to maybe dancing with you a little bit?
Yeah, like, we know what they're going to do. They're not trying to hide anything. They're just coming to play great defense. They're getting off the ball. We've played it like it's like the Jets defense from past years where they're just trying to penetrate and cause as much chaos as they can.
What's it like for you? You've been through some wild Josh games.
Yep.
When you watch it and see it, not from your perspective during the game, obviously, because you see what you see.
Yeah.
What's it like when you look back at that game?
Like on the film and all that?
Yeah.
It's just hard. Like, sometimes you just catch yourself. You're like, how did he just do that? Like, because like a lot of it's happening behind me, so like I don't see him rolling around, running around. Like, I'm trying to react off to like the linebackers or linemen, like see what they're doing, so I could just keep the play alive. But then you're watching, like, oh, he's just literally just running around, like trying to pull people up, get the ball, and all of a sudden he just sidearms it down 40 yards on the field, and then it's a completion. And it's just fun to watch.
Last year's game down there was one of you guys' toughest days as an offense. Just what of the struggles do you remember, and what changed for you guys after that game that allowed you guys to sort of reach?
Yeah, a lot of it, like, that was before, like, how much like communication we do. Like, we really got in, like, the running backs into our room, like, especially in third downs and pass game, like getting Ty involved, just knowing where, like, he's supposed to go. Like, sometimes we motion him out, bring him back in, and he might not hear where I'm calling or pointing, so make sure Josh is locked into what we're doing so he could tell him. Stuff like that we figured out after playing Baltimore and them last year.
When it's hindsight, you can look back and say maybe those 2 losses ended up being a positive.
Yeah.
Would you say that from last year?
For sure, yeah. Like, you win the first 3 games, like last year or this year we won the first 4. You start thinking that you don't look at as much of it like, oh, like everything's going right. And then you lose, and it makes you really take a step back and reflect on everything. So in reality, that was positive at the end of the day last year.
What kind of a boost was it for you guys in the locker room to see Ed walking around today?
Oh, it's great. He always just brings a fun vibe. Like, he's smiling, happy, and he just brings a great attitude.
Josh just said that he thought he played I don't think he said terrible game, but he didn't play very well last game. When you hear him say that, he's obviously very humble, but you kind of just laugh.
Just roll your eyes a little bit. Oh, yeah, I had 6 touchdowns. I played so bad. Yeah, like, we all had a couple bad plays here or there. Some messed up. Like, might have slid the wrong way or something, or wrong mic, whatnot. But if you 6 touchdowns in a day, you're not playing bad.
He talked about some of the throws he wants back, right? And there's this nickname that goes around about him that's cutting wind lately, Professor Chaos, because he does seem to play well in those moments when, you know, some throws that maybe some quarterback shouldn't make, but he tries them anyway. Yeah. Do you think that's fitting?
Yeah, I would say so. He's been doing it for years. Like, he's an MVP for a reason. He's a freak back there. Sometimes he's just going to let it rip, and you see what happens.
What's the challenge in these short weeks between the desire maybe to take all the hours you work in a regular week and jam them into 3 days, as opposed to just being smart and efficient, maybe picking and choosing what you really need for a short game?
I think most importantly in Thursday night games, like, you just try to be the freshest team out there. Like, that's huge. Like, if we go out there just more mental this week, like preparing, not try to beat up the body. If we go out there and be fresh Thursday, we'll have a lot of success.
Thanks, man.